Hi, my name is Karan Dillon, and I'm president of Sales Partners San Francisco. We're an organization that has, for the past 8 years, helped thousands of business owners all over the world increase their sales anywhere from 15 to 85% in a matter of weeks. And I'm here to share with you information about our 57-minute workshop that's going to help you really understand how you can do that for your business. Because right now, there are people in this marketplace that have a big problem. And the problem is this: there is a certain skill set that if you do not have, you are going to end up being a casualty in this marketplace. And if you have that skill set, and it's a really simple one, you are going to be able to make a lot of money, you're going to be able to build championship teams for yourself, and you're going to be able to build a business that could outlast even your lifetime. So here's what I mean. If you've ever read the book by Robert Kiyosaki called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he talks about the fact that the way rich and wealthy think about money is completely different from the way the poor and the middle class do. And the other thing he talks about is something called the cash flow quadrant. So here's what the cash flow quadrants say. That they're basically 4 ways of making money in the world of business. The 4 ways of making money are as an employee, as a self-employed person, as a business owner, and as a investor. So, which side of the quadrants do you think the most money is made? Do you think it's on the left side of the quadrant or the right side of the quadrant? Well, on the right side, right? But which quadrant specifically? Well, it is the B quadrant. Some people think it's the I, but where do the investors put their money? Yeah, into the B quadrant. And then they pull out money from the B quadrant and businesses, then they have more money to invest, and this becomes the life cycle of the wealthy, the cash flow cycle of the wealthy. Now, in fact, the truth is 95% of the money is made on the right side of the quadrant. But 95% of the people live on the left side. Now, if you want to get wealthy, you see a problem with it, right? So the question is, how do you move from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant? Okay, good. So let me show you. Now, I'm going to show you something called financial statements. Don't worry, it's going to be really painless, because there's basically 2 types of financial statements. The first is called the income statement, which has income and what? Expenses, right? Then there's the balance sheet, which has assets and liabilities. Now, the purpose of being in business is to create an asset that, number 1, increases in value, and number 2, throws off income. But what type of income? Passive income. And this is the cash flow pattern of the rich. This is the cash flow pattern of the people on the B and the I side of the quadrant, right? But how do most people live? Most people go out there and they get a what? Job, right? In the job, when you earn money, what happens to the income right away as soon as you earn money, right? It goes off against a bunch of liabilities. Now let me ask you a question. What is the difference between an asset and a liability? Well, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket whether you work or not. A liability, therefore, takes money from your pocket whether you work or not. Now your house. If you go to the bank, right, the bank will tell you your house is an asset. They just don't tell you whose asset it is. It's the bank's asset. Because every month it's putting money into the bank's pocket, right? So the cash flow pattern of people with a job is basically they earn income, it goes against a bunch of liabilities, it creates expenses that goes out. They earn income, it creates expenses that goes out. This is the cash flow pattern of the poor, and this is the cash flow pattern of the people on the E and the S, or on the left side of the quadrant. Now, which side of the quadrant would you rather be? On this side or on this side where you generate passive income? We know that most of us want to live on the right side of the quadrant, but we also know that most of us will live on the left side. Now the question is, why is that? The question is, if you want to get wealthy, what can you do about it? So what I do is, I invite you to come to our complimentary 57-minute workshop. There we're going to show you what is the number 1 reason that stops people from making this transition and what you can do about it. And number 2, we're going to show you what are the 6 steps you can take so you can create a B quadrant business that generates massive and passive income. And then we're going to also show you how you can create a business where you don't have to go looking for customers. They come looking for you. Wouldn't that be awesome to have? Great. So here's what I'd like you to do. Take some action now. Find the link near this video. Register for the workshop because space is limited, and I look forward to seeing you there.